Hey Flight Test fans, this is a review on my Flite Test Old Speedster. I built this about a week ago and I've been flying it daily and I really enjoy it. First I didn't really like it because I don't know if anybody else has had this problem, but it was very hard to turn. I mean, you had to force it with full throws, left or right, to get it to do anything, and it wasn't that stable until I changed the dihedral on the wingtips. I had a wild idea. I said, what happens if we take an 1/8 inch out of the center of this wingtip to make it curve in a little bit more each way? I don't know if you can see that. Well, you wouldn't be able to see how much I cut off, but anyway, right here I went around the plans and I did an 1/8 inch more in. So you're starting back here, and when you end, it's an 1/8 inch more in both directions. What that'll do is when you do your angle adjustment here, instead of having 3 inches from the building surface, let's say here's your building surface here when it's flat, and we're measuring from here to the tip of the wing up, instead of having 3 inches, you're going to end up with 4 inches at each wingtip. So you want 4 inches off of the building surface on those wingtips to get you what you need to make this thing turn amazingly well. I mean, it flies beautifully now. I love it. Very trainerish, very stable, flies slow, flies fast. Doesn't do anything terribly crazy, except it does nice hammerhead. So if you're coming up in the air and you do a turn, the hammerhead's really nice. Another thing that I changed on here, I had a smaller motor. Now it's a Turnigy 1450 kV. It's a 2822-14 kV 1450 kV motor with an 8.4 prop. I think it's got a 20 amp speed control Hobby King in there, and it's perfect combination. It's got great power, it leaps off the ground, great flight time. I have a 1000 milliamp 3-cell, which is only like a 25C battery, and you can fly it for 15 minutes. It's just great. And there's your standard Flite Test landing gear, and I upgraded that too. I just put a piece of the firewall material, which is 16th inch plywood, hobby grade plywood on there. The length of the piece that the foam board that you mount the landing gear to. Oh, the other thing I noticed, he shows in the build plans well, the wing is offset, supposedly to counteract some weird turning thing it has. Well, the first one I built, I did exactly like the plans and I hated it. It flew like crap. It pulled to one side really bad. And so this one was an old fogey wing, an old fogey wing, which is the same thing as this wing. This has the old fogey wing with the difference I did. And I centered up the wing center. I did not put it offset either direction. I don't remember which side he said to do it in the plans, but it's kind of goofy in my opinion. But anyway, the motor has 0 right or left thrust. I have a hair of down thrust. I'm using a washer there to give me my down thrust behind this top screw. And with sorry about that, we have a seat that's kind of creaky. Anyway, a little bit of a laugh there. The other thing I added in this guy is this. You can use carbon fiber. This is fiberglass. This rod going along here to give you a little more strength that I got from a kite. And this has no funny turn tendencies. It doesn't turn any better or worse, left or right. I'm extremely happy with it, and I recommend if you build one of these that you do as I've done and make 4 inches off the building surface. Make your wing straight in the center. What I mean is even from here to here on both sides of the fuselage. so it's not longer or shorter either way. And he's got this big old monster hole, and nothing against Mr. Bixler, I like him. I didn't need that big of a hole, and I think it weakens the wing personally, and that's another reason why I added this reinforcement on the tip of the wing. So anyway, would I build it again? Yes, I'm going to build a few of them because I love them. They're just a great flyer. Appreciate you guys at Flite Test for designing this thing, and the RC community is out here to help everyone make them better. So take care.